Hello, good evening. Is the game sound working now? Oh, hey! You're early today. Yeah, you did. Let me... Oh. Wait a second, let me log in into Warframe real quick. So we can see... Oop. Hey! If you can hear the game sound, because that was my problem the last time. Okay, let me... Then...
This tongue has a mind of its own. I'm struggling to keep it in check over here.
That was a little bit louder. Did you hear that one? Okay, perfect. And then immediately ignore what you just heard, because that's spoiler. Starting out strong. Oh, perfect. Good. Then I actually prepared a little bit this time, because I did a thing, but I haven't played him yet. Specifically so I can do this live on stream with you together. Yeah, but before we can do that, I have to get rid of... Okay, you cannot see it right now. Wait. No. Yes. That little sit. You can create sort of an adversary at one point in the game. It comes a little bit later. And for the infested, the adversaries mark you with that little ugly cyst on your neck. Wait, oh, there you go. And I kind of want to get rid of that before I, well, whip out my Uriel. Okay, I could have phrased that differently. So I'm gonna have to kill that Kuva, what's it called? Technocide? Lich?
I remember when I first touched your mind with mine.
And for that, we will just have to play 2, maybe 3 missions. 4 in the absolute worst case. But I think we have a little bit of time today, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Target down.
Scour your supply cache in the area. You get near, it will start ticking. Self-destruct. Need to be quick to get the goods.
Come on.
Do you not know who you're up
And
against?
because this time we're not playing a quest, I'm gonna have to try to be a little bit more entertaining.
Supply cache clocked you. A A 5-on charge or 2 will melt that lot.
And considering this is literally the second time I'm live streaming, I'm guessing it's gonna be a little bit awkward.
What did you expect? Mercy?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be okay, but still. It's all about building confidence.
Tech rot's well,
It
man.
reminds me of
Situation's about to get proper mental.
back in school. Okay, well that's then we're
Ain't no man getting
basically
bested
new
by
at
no
this, both of
tech
us.
rotted fax machine.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I usually just watch something and while I'm doing something else, working or playing a video game, anything. So we're basically the same. We're the same person.
Success. Wouldn't mean much.
That is the adversary I was talking about. Basically sort of mini bosses. But they are not mine, they're someone else's. Or, oh no! It's mine. Sweet. Now the disinfection bar is full. So after that mission I can trigger a special mission that's basically like a boss fight. With if you play solo, it's just you and your adversary, your lich. But if you play in a team, it's against everyone's liches, which is generally better because you get more loot. So it's just basically 4 mini boss fights back to back in the same mission.
Transcends borders.
Now I'm not sure if I reduce. Oh, I reduce my audio. The audio I hear, it's changing the audio for the stream as well because it's a little bit loud for me. We're gonna do that.
Terminated!
Okay. Whoop. Gonna turn it down for me a little bit. Okay, it's on full volume. That's why. So, and if you can still hear it just as loud, then that would be perfect. But if you think the game sound is a little bit too loud, I can turn that down for the stream as well. Just let me know. I was about to say something just before. Now what was it? Ah, yeah. Back when I was in school, we had theater as a voluntary activity in school. And I did that a few times. Not too many times, but a few. And it's sort of the same feeling I'm having right now. So still not quite used to being live on stream and talking with someone.
And we're out.
We can now go back to the back room. Basically, the back room is sort of your base of operations. When you're a little bit farther in the story quest, you can change it. So when I load in, I'm gonna load into here and not my orbiter. And there are technically 2 more of those. I just like this one the best. Sort of brick and mortar industrial building. Now we can, oh. Yeah, it's very nice. You can decorate it. I'm not that much of a decorations guy. I do a little bit. You can put basically statues of your loadouts. You can see them here then. That's Wisp with her skin. The new one. And that's my Valkyrie, which was the... It's Valkyrie Prime, but the standard Valkyrie was the very first frame I actively played. I joined the game, picked Excalibur, and then I saw in the shop menu that Valkyrie was just out. It was the most recently released frame back when I started out. So I immediately bought her with Plat and played her for hours. Even now, keep in mind 3.5 hours in, she is still, wait, there we go, my most used frame for 31% of all the content I did. I don't even know what's the second one. Oh yeah, that's especially if you're starting out and you don't really know how to get new frames. I mean, now Uriel was just a few hours of farming. It wasn't long. I had to rush the final build or else I couldn't have played him today. Oh, then it would have been 2. I'm pretty sure I bought 2 as well. At least. Because I'm... Well, there's nothing unfair about farming them. Because... Or unfair about buying them. Because you're not buying power. You're just skipping the farm. You're not getting anything others wouldn't also get. There are quite a few Warframes actually that are notorious for being bought rather than farmed, because farming prime parts and selling them on Warframe market for the platinum to buy the Warframe is faster than farming the Warframe itself. Equinox is one of those, because you have to basically build her twice, because she has day and night version, so you need double the parts. And the other one is, I think, Nidus. Where's she? There. Because the missions you have to do to farm him are disliked by a majority of the player base. I had no issues with them, but many really don't like them. So he's one that usually gets bought as well. But honestly, it doesn't matter. Yeah, see, then you know exactly what I mean. What's it called? Where you have to escort the... those Ostrons, I think Ostrons is what they're called. You have to escort them from station to station and then to a shuttle. And I think that's the mission most people don't like. Sevagoth, you have to do railjack missions. That much I know. I think Void. Railjack Void missions, Void Cascade, something like that. Honestly, doesn't matter. Any game you spend any money you spend willingly is money the company can use, and usually that's corporate talk. But in case of Digital Extremes, I have no problem spending money. They're a pretty good company. I mean, you're 60 hours in yourself. You know it. You cannot buy power. You can only buy cosmetics or skip farming. So just time saver. Nothing more. And that's... yeah, convenience. Exactly. That's a perfect way to describe it. And I think that's a fair point. That's fair to do in a game. Prime Korra is a pretty good... I don't even think I have Prime Korra. I think I only have the normal one. Wait, let me double check. I have... yeah, I don't think I have her Prime version. Yeah, I don't have Prime. Okay. Just visually, or is there a specific reason? Okay, Titania and Jade are both pretty good Warframes. Both kit and abilities? Okay. Yeah, designs, I mean, you can customize them however you want. But the base design, of course, is pretty fixed. And the kits, yeah, that's just personal preference. If you like, or you think you could maybe enjoy a playstyle just watching reviews, for example, or how to play guides, then you're good to go. But if you think you're not gonna enjoy it, for example, I'm not much of a stealth player, so I do have Loki and Ash somewhere here, but I never play them. If I have to do a spy mission, I'm gonna use Ivara, because she's a pretty good stealth frame. But other than that, I'm not touching any frame whose main gimmick is to be invisible, because it's not my playstyle. Simple as that. So that's a very fair point. But there are quite a few that have very different styles of play. So I'm sure you will... we have a selection. I'm sure you will find a few more. Yeah, being invisible isn't exactly the issue, but the way Loki and Ash, for example, are played, it leans pretty hard in that stealth aspect. Of course, you can play them differently as well, but then I would just play a different Warframe. Varuna is a good example. Varuna is... okay, if you take combat slowly, then yeah. Then stealth Warframes are basically made for you. I mean, there might be a few more. Nyx, for example, you can play as basically a slow-moving, not even slow-moving, but a control Warframe. If you get stressed by alarms and fast action, what would be the best Warframe then? Maybe actually Varuna. She is a bit more involved in her play style, but not that much. You press your 1, you get to be invisible for quite a while actually. if you have... Oh, wait. If you have... Where is it? This one. This augment. Wait, is it that one? Yeah, I think it's that one. You basically mark an enemy that's glowing in your energy color then. And if you kill him, the damage of her status effect spreads. Because you then use your 2, which applies 5 random status effects at 10 stacks each. You just push him full of status effects. And if you kill him while he's being marked, it spreads around to anyone else. So you kill them as well pretty fast. So she's a pretty good Warframe to just be invisible, which is of course survivability, and then just kill things. You don't have to care about your weapons, not at all, because you don't use them. Per 4, you go on all 4s, like it's shown right there. A rhythm mod for one of her weapons. The signature weapons. I think it was called... Oh no, it's a melee weapon. Uriel. Okay, wait, is that... Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, actually. I don't even have the weapon. Yeah, it's a rifle. A burst fire rifle, okay. Ah, sniper rifle, there we go. Yeah, a melee-based character that doesn't really use weapons all that much. I mean, depending on the playstyle, of course. You can just infect people with status effects and then use the weapon to kill them. Or you build her as what is called a caster. I don't know if it's actually struggling, the sniper rifle. It's just a different kind of playstyle because it's very fast-paced, the game itself. And you have quite a lot of enemies. But if you combine it with a stealth Warframe. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. For bossing, of course, you have one big enemy, you can mow him down. But even if you're playing a stealth Warframe, especially if you're playing a stealth Warframe, you can just pick out priority targets. Maximus, everything that's bigger or better. Yeah, exactly. That's... Doesn't matter if you're slow or fast player. Sniper rifles can be made viable. It's just a matter of how you like to play. And you have a secondary and a melee weapon as well. So everything a sniper rifle can deal with, you can use different weapons. Or you then use your abilities or Warframe with abilities focused on cleaning up trash mobs. So you can use your sniper rifle for the big targets. I don't even know what the best sniper rifles are because I myself don't use them that much. I'm pretty sure there are more than 5 sniper rifles. Higher MR might be. Oh, we can actually see what MR they unlock. There's 2, 3, 6. Vulca is level 3. The Comorex is 8, and the Perigale is 8 as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean just because the mastery rank required is higher that it's definitely a better weapon. I think it hard depends on whether you enjoy the weapon, the way it plays. Ah, there we go. Precision rifle. There we have a few more. Look, for example. I don't know if that would be considered a sniper rifle. The rifle you have 4 parts of the quest. The Incubus. Not really a sniper rifle. You don't have a scope. It's a marksman's rifle. But as I said, you can, if you enjoy a weapon and its performance, you can always drive it higher. There are many mods, and even in combination with certain frames, that makes them just better. For specifically, I have random loadout. There we go. Specifically for precision gameplay, Banshee, for example, would be very, very good. Because one of her abilities, there we go, is sonar, which gives an enemy a glowing weak spot. That, for example, the way mine is modded right now, gives a 10 times damage multiplier. So you do 10 times the damage just because you used one ability. That would be a pretty good frame for use with a precision rifle. Oh, that's just an example. There are many more that would work in some manner. Stealth frames, of course, for example. What would work as well? Arrow could work because he chains with his first skill, he chains enemies in place, so you have an easier time aiming, and he replenishes energy and can heal yourself and your team and make them invincible. Sorry. So he's generally a pretty good Warframe. And you want to do headshots with him, so the precision rifle would be better as well. So you have a selection. And like I said, if you use something like the Kuvanukor, that's just area clear. It has a beam attack that chains to enemies, kills the whole room in one go. Then you have something to deal with hordes and something to deal with the big bad guys. But, oh. Let's get back to... What did I want to do? Oh, yeah.
New alert marked
And
on navigation.
because you said you're not sure about Jade yet, I'm gonna play her for a mission, and you can form your opinion about her. She's a frame as well that doesn't really use her weapons. So I just have something equipped. For example, that one is just there to level it. I don't use it. It's just to give me levels to increase my mastery rank. Because I can show you that in just a second. There we go. That is the mission we just unlocked, which is that aforementioned boss fight. That's gonna give us some loot. And get rid of that ugly cyst we have on our neck.
You reflect the people you roll with. That's facts.
Do we have? Oh. Downstairs. No. Upstairs? Oh, there we go. No. I absolutely missed that one.
Youth is cool, but wisdom. Wisdom is gold.
Fire crew, attention needed.
Yeah, Packet gets all of us feeling protected.
Okay. Oh. More enemies up here.
Real talk. It ain't the money or the fame,
Then we have to fix the fire. Oh. There we go. Yep.
Crew, their security is weakened. Bum rush the show.
Okay. Slingshot.
Arcwing slingshot loaded. 10-0 in the barrel.
That before was a railjack mission. It's basically a spaceship you can build yourself, equip yourself.
had a loud voice, and I ain't ever been shy about using it. One thing about pain, it's a real motivator.
And it's it's a boy band.
I am who I am. It's not like I'm trying to change that or anything.
And Jade's playstyle is basically you're an Apache attack helicopter. You fly around, shoot stuff. Yeah.
Don't need a manual for this one.
Here we go. We basically have to fight 4 of those now, because we're 4 people. Every one of us has one of those adversaries, one of those liches. And the light show is basically attacks as well. You have to kind of dodge them.
don't get why people are so mean. What's the point?
But yeah, that's Jade's playstyle. You don't care about her weapons because you attack with her own weapon, basically, when you enter her 4.
Way I see it, we're all sinners. So, we're all in this together.
You also have the ability to buff yourself and your teammates' shields, or skill damage, or weapon damage. You can cycle your second skill, depending on what you need right now. And with your third, those are the small eyes flying around me. You can you basically damage someone just by looking at them. Not much, but it's there. And you also can pick up fallen teammates. You can resurrect them from a distance just by looking at them. Which fits pretty well with her angel theme. But more like biblically accurate angel.
Once you get a taste of art, you're hooked. Just trying to give our best every time.
So, there we can choose to do one more. You don't necessarily have to join the others in killing. Yeah. Yeah, it's... Okay. Yeah, you have to actually play them to see if you actually like it. I like that whole angel above aesthetic and feel she has. Basically playing the floor is lava.
Music is truly a universal language.
And even if you don't enjoy her, there are plenty of frames. Oh. There we go. Just by looking at her, and our teammate can revive him.
This will be our last song tonight. You own our contracts, not our souls.
Oh, why is it not working? Ah, okay. Because it wasn't my lich, but someone else's. That's it. I'm not sure when you can unlock the quest for Jade, where you get her blueprint and then the mission to farm the rest of her, the rest of the materials for her. Have you done the quest already? Oh, you would remember if you did. Believe me. That's one of those quests you don't forget.
There's too much I want to get done, and no time to waste.
There we go. Oh,
You know you made it. These strangers got a problem.
you could now either convert or vanquish them. In my case, I'm just gonna get rid of him. If you convert him, you get different things. I think the... Okay, yeah, that's a fair way to play. If you enjoy playing with your friend and unlocking the star chart, sure. There's no wrong way to play Warframe. Okay, wait. There would be a wrong way to play Warframe if you're playing it in a way that doesn't bring you joy. That would definitely be the wrong way to play Warframe.
Another job well executed.
Crew, I have fine-tuned the confluence aggregator. Expect an uptick in orgone efficiency.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Yeah, that's content that does give you a little bit of a power boost, so to speak. And it is difficult to remember not to talk about certain stuff because you are not that far yet in the quest line. But it's fine, really. Yeah, of course I could. But if I don't necessarily have to, I'm not going to. Sure, of course. But yeah, like I said, I don't have to just talk about it just for the sake of talking about it. If it comes up, it comes up. I understand that much. Now, see, because I vanquished him, I got this Ephemer, which is, I can show you, Hey, back to the arsenal. Appearance, attachments, ephemera. Needles. Doesn't quite work well on her. Yeah. And I don't know if I would have gotten that if I hadn't vanquished him, but converted him. I think you still get it. I'm not quite sure. It's been too long since I've done a lich. So I'm not quite sure what exactly you get for converting or vanquishing. The needle gun from Halo, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It does look like that. And I mean, you can change the energy color. Wait, let me switch to different Warframe really quick. No. 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 Yeah, Harrow. He doesn't have much going on. We can select the ephemera and then here we go. You can change the energy color. It actually would fit on him not that badly. Okay. Yeah, but that's one of the stuffs you get for killing those liches.
Sorry.
You also get a currency for buying special weapons that are basically it's a pool of weapons that are either new weapons or old weapons modified with different stats, a little bit better most of the time, and that have an inherent element to them. So basically, like, you get a shotgun that already has heat installed from the beginning, or radiation or whatever. And the currency to get those weapons, specifically those infested weapons, you get from killing these Technocyte Coda. That's what they're called. What was I about to do? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, Uriel. There we go. I spent a little bit more time than I like to admit to try to make them as close to my model as possible. You think? Wonderful. If I get your stamp of approval, that's all I need. He is pretty fun to color, I have to say. Extra color where? Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be good, but it's sadly not really a thing. Yeah, the pink. It works on his body with the parts here. That works quite well. But for the wings, not really. And it would color his armor pieces as well, because they're the same slot. Then I'll go here. That would change his wing color, but it would change part of the armor as well, on the arm and his horns. So if I were to have something, make it more pink. Not quite. Who knows, maybe someday we get more wings. Yeah, it's better with the black, definitely. Even if I go purple, that still doesn't quite fit. No, I think black is better. I did play around a little bit because we have... Wait, let me just get rid of those real quick. There is a Sayandana. Not that one, but that looks pretty funny as well. That is basically infected wings. And I don't hate it, but I love the other wings more. Especially because this way we basically have two tails. Clashes a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, we're on the same page. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're pretty far back. That's true. Ah, but it's also because he's leaning backwards. There are other frames where these wings look much better. But fortunately, we have the option to go back with that one. And get his wings back. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with what I cooked up here. And like I said, he was pretty fun to color in general. Now I just have to figure out how to build him. I've given him one mod already, but I'm not quite sure how to build the rest. That's fine, it's fine. You generally get a gist of how a Warframe should be built just by looking what he can do. Okay, that's good to know. Let's get him redirection, more shields. Flow and continuity are one of the most important mods. They work on many frames and are seldom bad. There you go. There's actually an advanced version of Vitality. That's the one I have right now. That is also one you unlock quite late in the game. After the new war, I think. Oh. Yep, wait. Let me get rid of that. I don't know why Stream Elements doesn't... Yeah, Stream Elements comes with an automod. But... Message, there we go. It comes with an automod, but apparently it doesn't pick up those kinds of messages. because I had one exactly like that the last time as well, just in the beginning. I think because they leave a space before the .com, then the stream elements built-in bot doesn't actually realize it's a yeah, you're right. The stream boo. If I just ban that one, that could work. Yeah, that's perfectly. That's what I'm gonna do. Not right now. It's housekeeping for after the stream or tomorrow. Yeah, that I will do. Because I'm pretty sure the last time it was the same site as well. And now I've lost my train of thought. Primed flow, yep, that's... You could get lucky if you do the daily sorties. I don't know if they unlock through a quest line or if you have them from the beginning, I'm not sure. Those sorties have a legendary core in their reward for the final mission. And it's a really rare reward. I think I have one. I don't know if I've used it already. The only thing it does is upgrade a mod to maximum without costing either endo or credits. That's all it's good for. But it's a really rare drop. And already having the mod is better than wanting to have it once you have the endo and credits to actually use it. Yeah. I've gotten one of those legendary cores in all my playtime. One. Yeah, that's game crafting things. Trust me, those times are gonna come far sooner than you think. Once you start building multiple frames that need different mods, and you have special mods like that special vitality that are gonna cost quite a bit to get to maximum. So it's gonna come on its own. And farming credits is a little bit easier than farming endo, in my opinion. You have a few missions you could do. You could do the Profit Taker on Fortuna, for example. That one yields quite a bit of cash. Or you could play the Index, which is basically not a team deathmatch, but you fight against bots in a team and
New alert marked on
have to pick up... I don't know what they're called. You have to pick up stuff and carry it back to your base. Yeah, exactly. That's the one. The Index. That's the one I need. I'm talking about right now. That's pretty good for making... Oh, sure, you can lose, but all you lose is a little bit of credits. Or a lot of credits, depending. Oh no. Yeah, then maybe Profit Taker is more up your alley. That's basically just a boss fight. And I mean, you have you done the Fortuna quests already? Because that's, I think, all that's needed to take down the Profit Taker. Yeah, exactly. The open world on the frozen planet. Even if not, that questline isn't that long. It's basically just an introduction period or an introductory questline for Fortuna itself. Because you can do mining and fishing and animal preservation, stuff like that. And that's basically what the quest is teaching you. Yeah, fishing is fun. Spearfishing. Vitality, yep. You unlock certain mods, Archon mods is what they're called, after the New War. Quest is called the New War. And they're good in specific situations. Because they all have a certain special effect. In case of Archon Vitality, regular Vitality gives me 100% health. Archon Vitality as well. A little bit into the game you get Umbral Vitality. That also gives 100%, but also Tau Resistance. But if you equip it together with the other two Umbral mods, the stats get higher. So it would be, it's 100 now. If I put Umbral Fiberine, it's 130, and with Intensify, it's 180. So it would be good if you use all three of those mods, or at least two of them. Otherwise, it has basically the same stats as a standard Vitality, but costs more to slot in. Vitality is 12, this one is 16. But I have to go back again. Archon Vitality costs 16 as well. But if any of your abilities, not weapons, but abilities, deal heat damage, the damage is applied twice. So it's good for Ember, for example, who does heat damage. Chroma, if you have his energy color in an orange or red, because Chroma changes his element by what your energy color is. So if you have white or black, it's ice. Blue is electricity. Red or orange is fire, and green is toxin. Basically like the chromatic dragons from D&D. The color determines what element they have. It's the same with Chroma. And if you have them on heat, that mod could work as well. And of course Uriel, because he uses heat as damage type. Now, what else? You're gonna have to read his abilities. to know what kind of setup we want with him. So in this case, his passive is just that he has 3 demons running around with him that do stuff. One of them snares, one of them deals damage. Yeah, latches onto foes, dealing damage. That's fine. Enjoy your meal. I'm gonna go on a short 5-minute break as well. See you in a bit. And enjoy your meal. And I'm back. And wouldn't you know it, I forgot to press record. Oh well. Now, where were we? Modding Uriel. Reading Uriel's abilities, that's the point. Manifest an aura of flames, inflicting heat damage and status effect on nearby enemies. Tap dodge while airborne to take flight as a flaming meteor of destruction. Alright. Drain duration, radius damage. Okay. Uriel heals himself and his demons. If his demons are dead, they are resurrected. Okay, heal. That means I can use Archon Intensify. Would that be better than regular Intensify? Yeah, of course. Whoop. Then okay. Third ability, Ammonium. Uriel rips out the souls of his demons, draining their health, and sends them in search of new victims. Soul explode on contact with an enemy, rendering it vulnerable to damage. Okay. Health drain. Alright. Brimstone. Create a growing ring of flaming brimstone. Charge the ability by utilizing demon abilities. Damage inflicted increases with each consecutive hit. So a nuke, basically. Yeah. Wasn't one of the abilities supposed to drop health and energy orbs? Oh yeah, here, there we go. Oh, it's the demon that drops health and energy orbs. So we could go with Equilibrium. Because then health pickups give energy and energy pickups give health. Then we probably want more strength. Because if we have Equilibrium, we can replenish our energy quite quickly. Then we would also need flow. Primed flow. I think that's good for now. For more, we don't have space yet. Mold augmented we can leave. Arcane Grace I'm not sure about. Oh no. Not really. Kamisato we could do, because we do have minions that deal damage. I mean, it's not the best, and it's not... I don't have it maxed or anything. But it would work. Yeah. I think Kamisato is better. Then... Natarak? Thought I was building it. Yeah, there we go. Hammer shot. Then... Terminal velocity. That's gonna cost 4. I only have 3. So I will have to former my weapon once again. Here we go. Perfect. Yeah, that time is over already, sorry. And I didn't press record, so no backlog for that one. Oh. I think that head would be the best. Yeah. You could goon to modding, if that's your thing. If you have a thing for numbers. Kuvanukor, because... Ooh. Yeah. Because it's a heat gun. If we're doing heat already, just gonna use more. That one is pretty good as well. Which pet do we use? We use... Yeah. Yeah. So, now...
Would you like me to steer your body around one day?
Okay.
Yes, I know it's not the same, but it would be fun. Get you in so much trouble.
Actually, Eleanor has the voice actor of the narrator in Baldur's Gate 3. It's the same one. Now, to level up Warframes, you could... Oh, I have a boost already. Alright. Well, don't even have to get one. You can do the Sanctuary Onslaught. It's a really fast way to level Warframes and weapons. The elite one would work, of course, better because the enemies are more high level. But you would either need a max level Warframe, so it's just possible to level weapons then, or you have to be mastery rank 30. Then you can use an unleveled Warframe as well. But I'm not mastery rank 30 yet. Because I'm lazy with leveling my weapons. Okay, so... Back myself into a corner. There we go. Oh, would you look at that? I unlocked the second and third abilities already. Oh. And there are the demon buddies. Would you look at that? Ooh. That's one of the worst maps actually for just going around killing stuff, because you have 3 levels, 3 floors. There we go, much better.
Do not weep for these creatures. They are immortal. They can and have faced a billion deaths. You, however, do not enjoy the protections of synthesis. For you, failure has real life consequences.
Oh, my beloved host migration. Oh, we've unlocked our 4. Sweet. I think I need to get him a claw weapon of some kind. I don't think I have a good one. I mean, a big sword is funny, but for what is basically a demon, claws would be much more fitting, I think. Hey! Yeah, so the nuke is fun. Though, to be honest, on that level, on the enemies have right now, 30, 39. Pretty much everything can kill them. Just looking at them funny would probably be enough. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that every single weapon in your arsenal can deal with level 40 enemies. Then the biggest power spike you can give your arsenal is getting the hang of elemental weapons. Yeah, exactly. Corrupted and Eximus. Eximus are basically elites. They have the Overguard and are immune to crowd control, as long as they have Overguard. But once you slot in the right elements for the respective factions, they're getting much easier. Because you're getting an inherent 50% damage bonus. You do 1.5 times the damage. And since they reworked the elements just... I was about to say a little while ago, but I think it's almost a year already. You get a little preview in the arsenal screen when you hover over a damage type. Against what factions they do more or less damage. If the faction is listed, then they neither do more nor less. Corrupted enemies, for example, it was corrosive for the longest time, and I'm not sure if it's even the case anymore. Oh, so that was a marked enemy from that one demon ability. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of energy and health. Okay. Visually, it's a very fun Warframe already. Ooh. It's a mark. Yeah, okay. In the beginning, that's a little bit more restrictive. I'll give you that, because you start with exactly, I think, 0. Or Mastery rank 6, it would be 6 capacity. And if you're just using them to level, you're not gonna invest a potato in them. A catalyst, a reactor? I'm not sure. One of the two. One of them is for Warframe, the other is for weapons. So yeah, that's gonna make it harder. I agree. Yeah, especially if you're just using them to level. Why would you? Yeah, Warframe has those gifts sometimes just for being there. If you could remember which weapon it was, I could tell you why it does fairly well. The reactor, of course, is helping because it doubles your mod capacity. And if it's a weapon you know you're gonna use... The Nikana, yeah. So the... Oh, wait, before I go in, let me look. Is Uriel max level already? No, not quite. Okay. Ooh. I think the Dex weapons are anniversary stuff. Oh, it is very overwhelming in the beginning. Yeah, they try their hardest to improve the tutorial, and they're getting there bit by bit. So I understand completely that the tutorial from a year ago had you intimidated. I think they now added a tutorial regarding modding. Oh yeah, 6 years ago there was no tutorial, I think. It's just the first few quests where you kill War, and that's it. But nothing's really explained, sort of. So they did improve. Yeah, Warframe has or had a high hurdle. Yeah, and if you're able to play with a friend as well, as you said, it's gonna improve things significantly. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, if we would be able to play the quests with friends, that would be fun. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna be a thing.
A data conduit is open. Go now. Feel it now? That stress? You are generating useful data, Hunter.
There is quite a lot of emotional stress in the questline going forward. I can tell you that right now. Coughing baby versus hydrogen pump. That's good. Yeah, but there will be more emotional stress. I can promise you that. I believe actually it was the quest for Jade that actually has a little confirmation box in the beginning that the quest will deal with emotional trauma. So you have to actually click OK before you can start the quest. And I don't know how good you are with horror games, because there's a quest line, Chains of Harrow, where you unlock the Harrow Warframe. That's basically a horror game. So it suddenly becomes a horror game. And it's well done. It's actually a good horror game. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't... Is Lethal Company a horror game? I think it would be... Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's... Yeah, I understand, and I'm not the biggest fan of horror games either, so I'm with you on that point. I think it again depends if you're playing it with friends who are goofing around, but even then... Exactly. But I think there are many more fun party games or general co-op shenanigans games. I don't need to deal with eldritch horrors as well. But the Chains of Harrow is more like an actual horror game. Like whispering in your ears, stuff like that. They really outdid themselves. So maybe... Yeah, maybe play it on a bright day with the windows open. You can always bring a flamethrower. It's gonna light the way a little bit. I mean, you do have the benefit that... Oh, let me look. Oh, it's max rank, okay. Yeah, you do have the benefit that I'm pretty sure Chains of Harrow isn't a mandatory quest. It's a side quest to unlock Harrow. But you can just get the Prime version without doing the quest. So it isn't actually necessary for you to play it. What could also help is either watching a playthrough first. That could help. So you already know what's coming to you, basically. Or just turning the sound off. Because a large part of these kinds of horror games is the sound design, and it's really well done. Like I said, it's an actual spooky quest. But if you're not hearing the spook, yeah, just turn it off. Read. You can read what they're saying. There's text on the screen. Just have a stream in the background or uplifting music. Because just turning off music wouldn't suffice. They're really playing with the sound effects in that quest.
I could have lots of little babies. Oh, they'd probably eat me though. No, you wouldn't want to come home to that.
And now we'll do the same thing over again. Because I have 4 mod slots and nothing in it. I think I'm gonna start with that one. I don't know if I want to keep corrosive projection in there though. Because I don't know if you know that yet. So I'm just gonna tell you, and if you already know it, then it's useless information. The aura slot. Okay, yeah. The aura slot has a polarity. Aura mods give you their value in capacity instead of taking them. And if it's the same one, it doubles it. So instead of 9, I get 18. But it's a different one, then it goes down by, I think, a quarter, right around a quarter. So instead of 7, it's gonna give me 5. Do I have... Who gives me 1? Do I have something else? 14 is gonna give me... Oh, no, that's equilibrium, that's the wrong one. Now you know. If you have one that has the same polarity, it's gonna give you double its capacity as... well, capacity. And if not, it's still gonna give you some, just less. It's gonna double it, yeah. So it's generally worth to slot an aura in with the right polarity. Or Dreamer's Bond, for example, it has this... that's a universal polarity. There are universal forma that give a slot that polarity. But they're a bit more expensive and a bit hard to come by. So it's generally only useful if you know that you're gonna switch mods in that spot that have different polarities. For example, an aura slot, if you tend to switch those. Or you just put in whatever. Because worst case scenario, it doesn't do anything for you. Aside from giving you capacity. And you're gonna get them just through playing. In this case, I think... just for the sake of leveling, I'm gonna give him Steel Charge because it gives me 18. But I still will have to forma him some more. Just not sure. I think the only one I really want to go into the negative is efficiency. Everything else I want positive. I'm gonna give him continuity is good. And I could boost the strength a little bit more. It does give me negative ability duration, but continuity gives me more positive, I think double. Yep. That'd still be positive, but I want range as well. Well, don't have the slot anyway. So for now, what's the most expensive one? Blind range is 16. There we go. And now we're gonna do that again. There we go. I think 2 or 3 former... 3 should suffice. We were talking about the Dex Nikana before. That's a weapon you got. That's an anniversary weapon. Generally the Dex stuff. This Nikana, the Dex Furis. And Sibaris, I think. It's a burst fire precision rifle. And Nikana itself is a pretty decent weapon. And melee weapons in general are very good in Warframe. So it doesn't surprise me in the least that it's doing well for you. Yeah. And like I said, the next... Yeah. The Amanata is, especially for Komei, it's a really good weapon. Even with other Warframes it works quite well, because it still gives you part of her buffs every now and then. I don't even know how many kills. It isn't... You don't need that many kills to trigger the effect, right? I know it wasn't a whole lot. But yeah, melee weapons in general are very good in Warframe. I'm pretty sure there's a reason, but I couldn't tell you. It's just... I mean, they have largely the same mods as the other weapons. Damage increase, elemental stuff, status chance, crit. It's not that much different from shooting weapons, from guns or bows, or we have gun staff as well. But something about melee weapons just works really well. And the next biggest boost to damage would be the elemental mods. And to get the hang of those, you could go into a university. Enroll yourself in a course. Elemental Weapons 101. Yeah, but you can look up where to get exactly those mods you're missing.
Creatures. They are immortal. They can and have faced 1 billion deaths. You, however, do not enjoy the protections of simple.
Sure, that's a fair point. But if you already know you're gonna use the weapon longer, the worst case scenario is that you're just gonna have to format it again and put a different slot in. That's the worst thing that could happen. It's a little bit of time investment, but as you can see, it doesn't take that much time. Once you have some mods and some warframes and weapons to just grind out some mission for like, what, 15 minutes and rank something up to max level. On the other hand, if you're not in need of formatting a weapon right this instant, you don't really have to do it now. You can always do it when the time arises. And for the most part, a V slot is always appreciated, because many of the best mods do fit into a V. What you should consider, however, is you only get the XP for leveling a weapon once. So if you format it and level it again, you don't get any more XP from it for your mastery rank. Let's check. Yeah. I have to say, so far he's quite fun to play. Of course, again, that's basic star chart level enemies, which are difficult by the time you're at that point in the game. But I don't know if you know that already. There's once you've unlocked every node, you can turn the game to the steel path, which basically adds right around 100 level to the enemies. So you're fighting, instead of level 60 enemies, 160. And they hurt. Then it's no longer at the point where you can use any weapon or any Warframe. I mean, you can use any Warframe, but you have to have specific builds for some of them. Or almost all of them. That could be. I can look it up next time we do have a little smoker's break. Yeah, specific mods, some weapons have them. The Daikyu, for example, that's a bow, has one as well that gives Nikana weapons lifesteal as long as it's equipped. I appreciate the fact that we can just fly around with him. Yeah, but Steel Path is basically, that's endgame. Like I said, you add right around 100 levels to the enemies. And they hurt. They really hurt. Especially if you then have an Eximus or the Jade Eximus, which are the ones that summon that green laser from the top. Those can knock you on the ground quite quickly. But by that time, I mean, you have to have played every single mission at least once before you can even unlock the Steel Path. So it's a journey. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And by that time you have so many mods and weapons and warframes that are basically ready for Steel Path if you just slot in the right mods. It's by that time you're so equipped to deal with it. It's just a question of actually figuring out the best build for a weapon or a warframe. Are we max level already? Yeah, we are.
Proceed immediately. Hunter, you are running out of time. Enter the data conduit.
Glad to be of help. if it's a weapon you enjoy, then there's nothing wrong with formatting it.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without
Because even in Steel Path, if you build the weapon the right way, it's gonna work. I don't know how good the Higasa is generally for Steel Path. But even if it isn't, I don't know, top 10, doesn't matter. You kill them with 3 punches instead of 2. Exactly, that's the point. I mean, you will want to kill stuff with it. If it doesn't do anything, of course that wouldn't be good. But that's what mods are for. Mods and warframes that can buff weapons. You can always make it work. Yeah. I think they already are basically built to do exactly that. Because Kume itself isn't a bad warframe. Kume is in a little bit of a difficult spot. She's easy to get, easy to start with. But if you don't know how she works, she's difficult to play in endgame. If you understand her abilities and how to mod her, she works perfectly fine. Specifically because all of those status effects. Wait. Because she uses every single status effect in the game. She can use all these. Do I have her? Come wait. There we go. She can use all the Archon mods. Almost all or all. I think I have one not installed yet. Yeah, the Archon flow. Because the enemies have to die by the cold ability. And I don't have a slot for flow in her build. That's not a very good build. But it works. It's comfortable. I could exchange reach for more strength, for example. That's also range. I could slot that out for more strength. Constitution is duration. Could slot that out for something better. You can easily make her work. But because she uses every single element, you can use all these Archon abilities. And she heals herself. So Archon Intensify helps as well. And those are generally pretty good mods. They work quite well. For example, this one, whenever you inflict a toxin status effect, it will also apply corrosive. Toxin is a dot, which is just more damage, that's good. Never a bad thing. Corrosive strips armor. So you do more damage the more toxin ticks you do, because every time you apply toxin, you strip more of the armor through corrosive. It works quite well. So you're gonna have a pretty good time with Kome. I'm pretty sure. And as you said, the enjoyment is the most important part. It's a game after all. If you're not enjoying it, why would you play it? Let me look if I do not have some form of claw weapon. Oh, they would work. They even have that the skin. No, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Copy the Warframe colors. Then apply. Oh, there are more skins. Oh, I didn't know that one. Black. Yeah, that's. Oh, there we go. I'm just pretty sure. Yeah, I haven't leveled that one. Okay. Yeah. That one. Oh, innate viral. That's fun. Viral is also a pretty good status effect, basically against anyone, even against the mermaid infested. Because even though you deal only half damage with that damage type specifically, you still apply the debuff, which means viral increases the damage to health that enemy takes. So while viral deals less damage to infested on demos and demurmer, they still apply the debuff, generally dealing more damage. So viral is always a pretty decent status effect. And if it's innate on a weapon, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't think those initial mods should be that hard to get. I'm not out of the air. I can't tell you where you get them. Yeah, that could be. Or it's just a little bit further in the star chart. That just might be it. What's a little bit more interesting then are the dual elements, the dual stat mods. They are a little bit harder to get. Still not hard, but a little bit harder. They give you a little less direct damage, but status chance as well. Which, for example, for a weapon like this, that already has innate 29%, not that bad. We could, for example, go for Blast, which deals area damage. And then put Electricity in as well, which chains between enemies, so even more area damage. And just with these, we are already at 81%. But I'm gonna have to format that one as well. I only have 9 more capacity. Okay. Oh. Well. All right. Oh, the truck is max level. Can I slot in? Oh. It works. That's pretty good. But Uriel needs at least 1 more farmer. Because I fear a slot, then an excellent slot as well. We could do more ability strength, for example, or more range. B. But back to leveling. How was your meal, by the way? It's good. What did you have? Oh. Jawohl. Sauerkraut and chicken. Definitely. I don't know. Sauerkraut and chicken? Really? That's not what I mean. Sauerkraut itself is a good thing. But to chicken? I'm gonna have to try that one. Usually I eat it to sausage or bratwurst. Oh. Understandable. Yeah, and then chicken is a pretty good alternative. Because while sauerkraut is pretty good, just by itself, with nothing to it, do you have a favorite chicken recipe then?
I have opened a new data conduit. Proceed immediately.
Because I actually don't eat chicken that often. I don't even know why. I think because I just don't know any good recipes. Garlic and onions, that... Oh, that sounds delicious. You're making me hungry. Yeah, of course, if it's your alternative to salty meats, why would you throw salt on it? Oh yeah, I'm the same. I do enjoy cooking to a degree. I'm not a very good cook. But problem is, making anything more complicated just for myself doesn't really, that's not really worth it. And yeah, of course, it's more comforting if it's sort of a home recipe. That there's that as well. You're right. But I'm gonna have to try with chicken with garlic and onion.
A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone. Do not weep for these creatures. They are immortal. They can and have faced a billion deaths. You, however, do not enjoy the protections of synthesis. For you, failure has real-life consequences.
I'm still thinking about a streaming schedule, because I think it's, or I've read and heard that it's very important to have a regularity to that. But I'm not sure what days would be best to stream. Especially because during the work week, my time switches each week. So some days I can play early afternoon, some days just almost midnight. It's always the same during the week, but from week to week it changes. So I still don't know, but I'm still figuring out a regular schedule. My ideas for now were most likely Tuesday and Thursday. Could have seen that coming. And then either Saturday or Sunday, I'm not quite sure. And Saturday or Sunday I could have regular times.
Data conduit is open. Go now.
Now I'm just rambling to not sit here silently. That would make me an even worse streamer. Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought twice a week. Yeah, but that's comfortable in a way too. To be able to do what you want when you want. Okay. So not really in your control then. That's... See, that's something I wouldn't have the best advice. It's alright, yeah? What's the line from Forrest Gump? Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Me neither. It's been years. Okay, it's worse with movies. I would have sworn that it would be worse with games. Because you are actually in control, not just watching. Because I know it's that way for me. Horror movies I can watch, no problem. Not my favorite type, because I don't just like you watch many movies. I'd rather play games. But horror movies I can watch, no problem. But horror games, yeah, I'm too much of a chicken for that one. That's gonna be fun next Halloween. Because I know what I must do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Okay, what games would make you less invested in movies though? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's just a feel-good game. I still haven't played the second one. I don't think I even own it. The second one. I've played the first one.
Data conduit. Proceed immediately. Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
Stardew Valley would be a really cozy game.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
Oh, okay. I'm not quite there yet. Wait, let me look real quick. I'm pretty sure I'm over 900. Oh no, not at all. I'm at 500, 521. But it is a real cozy game. Oh, you can play it on your phone as well? Switch I knew. Phone, I didn't know.
You have a very attractive heat signature, didn't you know?
Yeah, one more former and then we're done with building him and can use Uriel for actual endgame stuff. I mean, as endgame as it's gonna get. He wouldn't be completely optimized because I'm missing a few more arcanes, and I have not a single archon shard in him, so he can always be better. But he should be good enough to just go basic steel puff missions. I'm just not sure which. He should get more strength, more efficiency, more range or duration. Tell you what, we're gonna do a little 5-minute break because I need to stretch my legs real quick, and I'll use those 5 minutes to see what best to slot in him. Either more strength, more duration, or more range. It's not it. then I will see you in 5, 6, 7 minutes. Oh, you can mod Stardew Valley on Android? That's fun. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look into that one. It's alright, you can be distracted by kitties. There are worse things to be distracted by. Good then. See you again in a few minutes. And I'm back. Let me switch back to the game. There we go. I think if I've seen this correctly, a little bit more range wouldn't be the worst. Let me double check. We could go with overextended. Okay. Gives us... Yeah, that would work. We will put a former here. Oh, and then we could overextend it in already. Then we can put something with strength. Excellent slot. To counter it a little bit. Maybe we need one more former after that one. Maybe two. Because steel charge isn't the perfect aura. Corrosive projection would be better. Ooh. No. I read on Twitter, X, what it's called now, a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, from someone that he's kind of missing old school Let's Plays. So I'm thinking that some sort of Let's Play would be fun to do live on stream. Record it, cut it together for a regular YouTube video. Could be fun to do. Yeah, just playing the game, talking about it, in case of a live stream with an audience of at least one. you might be right. That there still are Let's Plays, just not... Not in a classic sense, maybe? I mean, it would kind of force me to play some games that I enjoy, but never had the chance or the time to actually play them through completely. Divinity Original Sin, for example. I played the first one and the second one, but I've never actually completed any of them. But for now, since you're my only audience, I'm kinda gonna trust you on that one.
I have opened a new data conduit. Proceed immediately.
No pressure, no, not like that. Does it matter whether you're a normal audience or not? Besides, what is a normal audience? I know that many people who like to watch Twitch streamers in general enjoy reaction content, and I don't think that's something that I want to go into. I like to watch it as well, but I'm not really good at reacting. I noticed that actually today, when I wanted to edit a little short. Ooh. That's fair. I enjoy that as well. I even like it more than watching people react to stuff. What would be a kind of game you cannot play yourself but would want someone to play? Just a little example. Because I like playing many different kinds of games. I don't know if you've read through the little list, the list I have on Twitch. Okay, you cannot play yourself, but would that be something you would want to watch? Okay. Warhammer, you're in luck. Because with Warhammer you can always get me with Warhammer. Be it fantasy or 40k. I'm a little bit more versed in the world of 40k because I actually have models and play. I haven't played in quite a while the tabletop. Simply because I don't have time. Yeah, it's tabletop. It's basically... What would be a good version or a good short description? You know the game Risk? Where you play with little stones and simulate armies? It's kind of like that. More complicated, each piece has different rules and different effects. But sort of like that. And the playing part itself is only part of the hobby. You have to assemble the miniatures yourself with glue, and then you have to paint them yourself. I mean, of course, you can pay people to do that for you, but that's... For me, it's an essential part of the hobby. Make something your own. It's like meditating. Just sitting there for 2-3 hours just painting stuff. Mind you, I'm not that good of a painter. But I still enjoy the process. Ooh, I like the range. He's max rank already, alright. But Zone 4 gives better rewards, so I'm gonna do Zone 4 as well.
A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
Do you know if your friend specifically plays Warhammer Fantasy or Warhammer 40k? Or 40,000? Old World. Yeah, that's fantasy. Okay, so that much I know. The game Warhammer End Times Vermintide, the first one and the second one, it's already in the name. The End Times. That's basically an apocalypse that happened. And the Skaven, the Red Man, pretty much fucked up everything. They end chaos, so the evil side basically tore apart the world, and the good side had to do some rituals to sort of save it, but they couldn't save it entirely. And what came after that was the Age of Sigmar. So it's basically like a reboot, in a sense. And it's been viewed with pretty mixed feelings. So your friend isn't the only one. It's actually been viewed so badly that initially Games Workshop didn't want to continue old fantasy, but because so many people didn't like the Age of Sigmar, they kind of keep going with old school and just call it the old world. But that's fantasy. I actually don't have any fantasy models. I do like the Skaven, the Ratman. I played Total War Warhammer, the second and the third one. But I don't even know anyone in real life that would play Warhammer the Old World fantasy. So I haven't gotten around to get any models. So if I would start, I'd be playing Skaven. Because Ratman with Gatling guns. Okay, we need 2 more Forma, because I want a different polarity, then we have even less capacity. And for Power Drift, we need 9. And I have exactly 2 left. Oh, maybe... Let me try something with Power Drift needs. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's not enough. Did you enjoy it, or was it too hectic? Vermintide 2. Oh, yeah. It's a very shaky game. That much is true. Yeah, you have to be pretty attentive in Vermintide. Or Darktide for that matter, which is basically the 40k version of Vermintide. It's from the same studio. Yeah, you have to be on your toes. But that could be something we can play, or I can play here as well. I did play the first Vermintide a little bit longer than the second one. I don't have that many hours in either of them.
If you don't pay
Ooh,
attention,
but I enjoy it.
go and snog the helmet.
It's a fun game. And specifically for Warhammer 40k, there's Warhammer 40k Total War. Total War Warhammer 40,000. That's gonna come out, I don't know, somewhere next year or the year after, I'm not sure. That's one I'm looking forward to already. We could also do a painting or building stream at one point, because I do have a webcam. Ooh. But aside from Warhammer, I could play Divinity. I have first and second one, as I said. And I think at some point an actual playthrough and cutting the stream together into a sort of let's play would be something I'd enjoy. Maybe not now, but at some point. I'm trying to think of other games in that line, or in that general direction that we could do for streaming. Cyberpunk would be a thing, maybe? Don't know if that's up your alley or not. or maybe Grim Dawn. That's a hack and slash like Diablo. I have actually only ever played, I think, the second one, and not for that long. Diablo, specifically, I mean. Grim Dawn is the same type of isometric hack and slash, but with a quite interesting premise. Interesting to me. It's basically semi-futuristic, post-apocalyptic, with eldritch demons and monsters.
A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
Oh. Ooh.
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
Trying to read and move at the same time. Oh yeah, less than well received release date is putting it mildly. It was a pretty buggy game in the beginning, like many games of today. So don't think it was necessarily worse in that regard than, I don't know, let's say Skyrim or Fallout. But you could see that it was rushed. And everyone knew it was rushed because the developers were pressured by upper management, by the investors, to put out a product, which made it worse. But they managed to really patch it together. So now it's very playable. It has much more content, much more nuance than it had before. And in regards to what it is, I mean, it's an ego shooter. That much you already know. I'm pretty sure. Other than that, it's a futuristic, pretty grim world and story. Basically, what if we got rid of governments and replaced them with corporations? So the people that make money and have money are the ones that get to say what's gonna happen. Just cynical people would say, just like it is now, but it's much more blatant. With actual wars between companies that hire mercenaries to kill each other just to gain more profits.
I have opened a new data conduit. Proceed immediately.
And while it is a pretty grim world and game at points, it also has so many funny and enjoyable moments. And at times it's actually somewhat cozy even. But at its core, it's still a shooter in a futuristic world. So if one were to say that they don't like shooters or futuristic stuff, then it's not gonna be very interesting. Grim Dawn, on the other hand, has a very well balanced mix of basically time frames. I mean, it's post-apocalyptic, but not zombie apocalypse or something like that, though there are zombies as well. But it's more of, what if Cthulhu woke up? And what if Cthulhu wasn't alone? I believe for Grim Dawn next year, there's supposed to be a new DLC. I think it should be next year. They announced it pretty early, and after that said they kind of regret announcing it so early. Because it took them longer to do all the stuff they wanted to do with the DLC.
Enter the data conduit. Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
But I think that's a good problem to have, because it shows that the developers prioritize a finished product over a quickly released one. They would rather say, sorry, we need a year or two longer than we thought we need. But then at the end we get a finished product, not something that's missing something.
I want to paint on myself.
Oh, aggressive protection. No. On the other hand, I don't know how enjoyable a top-down hack and slash game would be to watch.
If you don't pay attention to me, I'm gonna go and snog the helmet.
Got myself some chocolate in the quick break we had. But it's just lying in front of me. I'm trying to think of any more games we could stream. That would be fun to do on a stream. Minecraft for a cozy game. Could even do a community server. There's a really fun mod for Minecraft actually. The Mine Colonies mod basically turns Minecraft into a city builder.
A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
I have to say, I really enjoy Uriel. He's fun to play. But I do think that after this mission, I think it's... Okay, why? What? How do you feel about Uriel? Yeah, probably.
Conduit is open. Go now.
Yeah. That was actually the old Ember as well. Before her rework, now she has those meteors.
Not weep for these creatures. They are immortal. They can and have faced a billion deaths. You, however, do not enjoy the protections of synthesis.
Well, if you
For you,
are to play Uriel, you could you could choose a dark energy color, for example, black, actually, and you wouldn't see it at all. You could turn the effects completely invisible. Or you could do the opposite, turn it white and blind your entire team. Like, for example, that's a pretty dark color already. If I were to use an actual black, you wouldn't even see that his area of effect is here. But I completely understand where you're coming from with the visual clarity. That's actually a problem I had in Zenless Zone Zero, where the damage color, the damage numbers were just too distracting, and I turned them off. I don't need to know exactly what type of damage or how much damage I did. I just have to see that the HP bar of the enemy gets lower. Ooh. Okay. Host didn't want to play with us anymore. Why are the wings white now? Huh? Weird. Yeah. But, as I was saying, I think after this round would be a good time to end streaming for today. Because I'm getting a pretty dry throat. I'm usually not that talkative, which is ironic because I really enjoy streaming. Yeah, it's been a while. I just looked at the watch. It's what, 3.5 hours? Yeah. But like I said, I'm usually not that talkative. I enjoy my alone time. But at the same time, I enjoy just hanging out with you. It's been really fun. The last time, this time too. Looking forward to the next time already. But I think not really my social battery, but my talking battery is kind of spent now. Whee. Ooh.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
I'm kind of getting a little peckish myself now.
I used to love the old myths about mortals getting out on the gods and monsters. Now I get to live out my very own.
But now that Uriel is basically finished. Wait, let me test. Groups of projection. Oh. Still need one more former.
Tenno, a new alert has begun.
Because I can't put
Marked on
power drift in.
navigation.
I'm gonna do that some time, I don't know, tomorrow, maybe. But that means the next time we stream, if you want to do a Warframe stream again, because I have no problems with it, we can actually use him in more content than just the Sanctuary Onslaught. We could, for example, play some of the new missions, because I had to play them to farm materials for him. And in the process, I got, I think,
Would that be too weird?
I think I got all the parts I need for his weapon as well, just not the resources to build it. What was it called? Equibus? Nee. Incubus, that's it. There we go. Oh, there you go. Blade and stock I already have, but the resources for the barrel and the receiver, I need more. I need more of all of them. Then we could build that weapon, his weapon as well. Which is a funny thing anyway. I know they said something about it, that it's a new weapon type. Because it's a primary and melee at the same time. But because I purposefully avoided spoilers, I didn't watch the dev short or the prime time where they talked about it. So I only got to actually see and use it during the quest, and only for a short time. Man, what's up? Or do you mean the entire list of stuff I have not yet built? Okay. Yeah, it's not built. It's all, everything is missing a part. There's a barrel I don't have. For the vectors, I thought I had the vectors crafted already, but apparently not. I need 2 more parts. Tiburon I already have crafted and leveled. Then you have this little mastered symbol down here. Yeah, basically I could trade, but I'm too lazy. Don't want to spend my time sitting around in trade chat. You're not wrong exactly. No, you're still not wrong. Because everything that I have, all of already, Corinth Prime for example, is something I just have to trade at some point. But like I said, I'm too lazy. Or I'm trying to craft for myself, but still missing one part. Me neither, to be honest. These ones could be fun. I don't know how good the Furious Prime is, but I do enjoy dual pistol, automatic pistol style weapons. Could be fun. But it's just stuff that accumulates over time. Like I said, once you're a few more hours into the game, maybe play through one or two of the major quest lines. It's one quest, but it takes a little bit to complete. You automatically get stuff like that. Especially if you have, let's say you want to farm a prime Warframe, you're gonna have to do the what's it called?
Would you like me to steer your body around one day?
I'm not.
I know it's not the same, but
Brain is not braining. The Void Fissures. It was the Oracle Towers back when I was starting to play. It wasn't like this where you had missions that could spawn the corrupted. It was an entire mission with just corrupted. And you had to craft a key, which was basically the equivalent of the relics we have now. But you would only get... You wouldn't get to choose from a reward, and you would only get what your key had. So they really improved that system. But basically when you at one point say you want to craft or build a specific prime Warframe, you're gonna have to do these missions anyway. And every time you don't get something you want, you can pick from the entire pool of the loot pool of the people that are with you. So you over time just accumulate stuff. Yeah, see? Then I'm pretty sure your foundry isn't as empty as you say it is. There you go. I don't even have standard protea. There you go. Then I'm pretty sure your foundry isn't as empty as you make it out to be. And hey, as you said you enjoy fishing, there are weapons you can craft that need fishing materials. Fishing and mining. It's under the modular weapons, I think. There you go. You can craft... the plague weapons are part of the Operation Plague Star event. But the kit guns, I don't have anything. Oh, I have the Spore Lancer. The kit guns are weapons you can build out of different parts. It's a little bit complicated because each part has different stats basically. Oh really? I don't remember that Kume and Kume's weapons require fishing and mining. It's been a while since I got her, so my memory isn't the best. But it does make sense. It's Kume is a Warframe that's catered towards the new player experience, which is why she has a shorter crafting time as well. And you get her on Earth, and Earth has the Plains of Eidolon as an open world, so it makes sense that you use the resources gathered there. Yeah, and for the fish you need a specific spear, I guess. So it's basically a tutorial inside a farm. So it doesn't teach you how to fish, it just tells you need fish. And once you're a little copyright, yep, that's mining stuff. That much, that one I know. Yeah, the location and the timing of the fish, because day and night it's different again. Not all the time, but sometimes. Luckily, the wiki is very good, but in regards to the location and the timing of the fish. Once you get a little further in the game, where you get to farm for Sevagoth, play his quest and then farm for him, you unlock the adversary system for not the infected, which was what I did in the beginning, but for the corpus, where you create a sister. It's not called a Technocide Coda, but a sister, which tries to kill you and you have to kill her then. So, don't know why they called her sister. It's just what it is. But she drops parts for robot hounds. You get one, I think, one pre-built, and you get also parts to craft one yourself. I think you do that at Fortuna by Lex or Thursby. And that also needs resources from mining. Maybe fishing as well, but I don't see it right now. Yeah. Now, then, I would like to thank you very much for the fun evening. It really was fun. I'm really enjoying myself. And I think starting next week, I will adhere by a regular schedule, at least regarding the days. Times not so much yet. I mean, right now I'm on break, New Year's break, but once work starts back up, it's gonna be consistent within the week, but not every week. So for now I think Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday would be the most feasible days for me to stream. Maybe at certain special occasions throw in an extra one here or there, or shift one around. Maybe instead of Saturday do a Sunday or a Friday. But for now I think Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is a good spread. Yeah. Perfect. Then I'm gonna post the schedule again on Twitter, at YouTube as well. And I hope to see you there. Until then, good night. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh. Good to know that you also had fun. I can turn the energy colors down a little bit for next time. Wouldn't be much of a problem. Now that I know. Then see you on hopefully Tuesday.